Is forever, forever worship you. I can only imagine. Hey, you in the corner shaking in those boots. You You got the shaking vibe, but the feel won't do. We always say that we have unspeakable joy. So let our feet do all the talking when our words fall short. We got reason to get up, reason to get down. Heat our dream, our shame, our joy, and now the joy wants us. Happy dance. Is forever, forever worship you. I can only imagine.
All right. Howdy, y'all. How are we all doing today? Welcome once again to another No Lander Gaming live broadcast. We hope you all are having an absolutely blessed and beautiful day out there. I sure do hope y'all are ready for some epic racing. We have the World Endurance Championship. 2 hours of racing today at Fuji, which, of course, we all know can bring the rain and the pain. Apologies as I clear my throat. Please do go over and subscribe at Maya Skinner on YouTube, There it is, right there in the front. You can see the race from her perspective. She is the lead engineer, designer, manager, project queen of the league. So we do hope you all absolutely enjoy the racing. This is multi-class racing. That's right, multi-class racing here on Gran Turismo. We have GR1 and GR3 cars on track all at once on Gran Turismo. This should be some fantastic, epic racing. World Endurance Championship rules are all drivers that complete the open qualifier will be separated into their correct bodies. With 2 all tires are optional. Full damage is on. Tire wear is times 2. Completion at times 3. One driver from each team should either be in a Group 1 car, the other in a Group 3 car throughout the season. Teams can make their own livery, choose their own team names, respect other drivers, and have fun as always. The point system for first place will be 5 points, second place will be 3 points, third place will be 1 point. For every lap completed within a 2-hour mark, you will receive a single point. Oh, I'm pushing the wrong buttons. So, we will have teams as follows in the Porsche, Peugeot, Toyota, McLaren, Hyundai, Mazda, Nissan, and the Audi here. That is the teams that you will be getting a good glimpse of today. This is split one racing action for the WEC, and I'll tell you what, I am super excited for this one, y'all. So, race will begin shortly, but approximately about 6 minutes. Now, so, we are split one teams. Let us just get into that. For team Audi Sky Tempesta will be Rad Petrol. Apologies, Petrol. Formerly Rad Petrolhead. Now RA's Race Asylum's Petrol. And Rad Doug Barrow in the Audis. And for HKS Racing will be Big Boy Banner. Okay then. There's a bit of a typo there, so I don't know exactly who this driver is paired with. But my guess is we'll find out. All right, so Renown Team Mazda, and this one doesn't have it either. I can't. We'll move on to Velocity. It's Oddstricky teamed up with Rad Tap. We have the Purple Racing Team with DJ and Wilco. Apologies if I butchered your name. Andy, let's grow a clutch. Get her done, my guy. And then we have for Team Audi will be MJF and JW Taylor. So let us move on. Get you all a look at some of these fantastic liveries here on track this afternoon. Again, hope y'all are having an absolutely blessed day. Hope y'all are in for a ride here at Fuji. As y'all know, the weather alone at Fuji can definitely bring the pain along with the rain. However, in this case, it is going to be a completely different ball game, as we do have mixed, what's the word I'm looking for, classes of cars on track at the same time. Again, we will have GR3 as you're getting a look at Brad Spear here, or Zubair. Not entirely sure how that's pronounced either, so I do apologize if I get any of these new names wrong. So we got Rad's Bar 27 in the Peugeot here, along with Osterkey following behind in the the GR1. As you can see, passing is going to be difficult. Now, how this works is the GR3 cars will always maintain their racing line. It is the responsibility of the driver in the GR1 car to safely make their pass around the outside. So that again is going to be quite challenging for some of these drivers, especially if it is raining. Get a good look at Cap's beautiful looking Porsche there. Osterkey, that is team right there. So it's Tap and Osterkey. Let's see if we can't figure this out. So that is team 2 Velocity is that team. Tap, and we're just going to call him Stricky. It's kind of like that. It's got a bit of a ring to it. Mind you, once again, the GR3 cars will be staying on the racing line, so it is up to the GR1 drivers to try to figure out how to get this done. This is a first. We have not done commentary on GT7 with multi-class championship. So I am certainly looking forward to this. This looks like an absolutely incredible championship here, and I can't wait to see some racing action. Okay, we've already looked at Bar, we've already looked at Tap. Here's Superboy, Rad Superboy, parked just alongside of the road there in a beautiful looking livery, and oh boy, howdy. Man alive, I'll tell you what, we are just about ready to consume some nice racing action. Please do us a favor, if you're out there, make sure to give that stream a like. Go over to Mia Skinner on YouTube, give her a like, a subscribe as well, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of this wild and crazy action over here at the World Endurance Championship, or the WEC. This is going to be some brilliant racing. Some new drivers here on track for us today. I am unfamiliar with some of these drivers, so I can tell you this. It ought to be fun. And I am definitely looking forward to the intense racing action here that Fuji for rides, especially if we see rain. Now, that being said, skies do look nice and clear. So let's get to, oh boy, we're going to start out here on 7. It'll be the GR1s taking off ahead of the GR3s. Oh, red flag already, red flag. Oh, and of course, Egon is in the VR2 headset, so good thing he has a race coordinator helping him out here today. It's very good. Someone is coming. Copy that. That's good. That's good. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Again, anyhow, we can see some of these absolutely brilliant liveries on track. Ooh, look at that. We like that Audi there. That's nice. Definitely difficult to get a look, and we know who that is. That is most certainly an Egon livery. Always appreciate his liveries. Not 100%, but I'd have to say that that is a Team Rad livery there. There is another Peugeot on track. It looks as though we're looking on from the perspective of our ace Petrolhead there. Indeed we were. So you can get a glimpse of the liveries. I'm not sure what is going on. Paul was a dear friend that passed away. Stick, appreciate you stopping on by, man. Hope you enjoy some racing. If you don't mind me asking. No, absolutely not. It's perfectly all right, man. So yeah, Paul was a dear friend of the racing community who passed away about a year and a half ago now, and he was a beloved member of the streaming world, the sim racing world, and so we just have that on there to honor him. Oh, let us get racing information on, but let us also turn off the car names. There we go, there we go. So on board with MJF currently, and the race is now underway. Here we go, here we go. Different strategies throughout the field. I am sure we will see Petrolhead leads the way, followed by Superboy. Superboy looking to make a move up the inside. He's going to put him on the outside for the next turn. GR1s are off and running. Let us move quickly and see how the GR3s are going. It's Bard that leads the way, followed by Tap. Couple wide there, Doug Barrow. Oh, brilliant looking livery by Doug Barrow there. Should have known that. Absolutely fantastic looking Audi is that. And Spire and Doug Barrow get a little bit of contact there. JW Taylor moving up the inside there of Spire. Now going to be on the outside. And oh boy, I'll tell you what, this is difficult. Wilco. Oh, we have a yellow flag. We have a yellow flag. Not sure. Where that is at. Big boy banner here in P7. Chasing down Oddstricky. Egon in P5, MJF here in P4. Racing looks clean and tidy thus far. It's Dima here in P3. Rad Superboy there. Look at that car. Boy, howdy, that looks fantastic. As well as, oh, it still says Rad Petrolhead. I guess I can call you Rad Petrolhead. He will always be a part of Team Rad. Formerly Team Rad, now with Race Asylum, but we love him just the same. Very, very nice guy. He was very, very helpful to Team Rad. And we miss him, but we wish him all the absolute best. Boy, they're just barely holding off against Steema. Egon cruising up along the backside of MJF. Big Boy Banner here trailing a little bit behind now, dropping a couple of seconds. It is Rad's Bar 27 with a 2.7 second gap over the field thus far, trying to run away with it with Spire here. Rad Spire, newly acquired Team Rad driver, so welcome Spire. Absolutely fantastic to have you along, buddy. Wish you the best on the racing today and in the future, as goes for all of these drivers. We absolutely wish you nothing but the best in life and on track here at No Lander Gaming. So J.W. Taylor here in P11, which is going to be P4 for the GR3 cars. In the Audi, Stranger Thing Racing there. Strange Thing Racing, rather. Apologies. I do apologies. We will get this right. Beautiful looking livery on the Toyota there from Wilco. It is Doug Barrow here trailing behind in the final position in the Audi there. Not used to seeing this racer in this position. Now, I'll tell you, I don't know whether or not I have seen such quite a lively livery from Mr. Doug Barrow there. That is a fantastic looking livery. He is our livery guru for Team Rad. Boy, howdy, he absolutely nailed that livery. So, bit of a battle here. We'll see where this goes. We are, I'm sure, missing a little bit other racing action. You can see GR1 cars are up the field some ways from these GR3s as expected. Let's go to 8. P8 is Brad's Bar 27, and Bar is losing time to Rad's Spire here. Spire is absolutely eating up the clock right now and catching up in what looks to be, I believe that's a Mazda. Oh no, that's a Hyundai. All right, all right. The power in that Hyundai is absolutely phenomenal, especially when you're putting it up against the Peugeot. Let us get back to Petrolhead, leading the way with an unfortunate half-second penalty right there. Superboy, and it's Dima really battling here. Great looking livery right there on that with the Renown. I'd have to say that that is also a bar specialty, a Doug Barrel specialty too, but I don't know 100%. Superboy there, able to open up a little bit of a gap though on Dima. Egon here clipping along in P4. Absolutely love Egon's liveries too. You can always tell an Egon livery. Classic Egon livery there is that. Not 100%, I think. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a Peugeot or what. Really couldn't tell you. To be fair. I don't know the GR1s very well at all, y'all. So here's MJF slipping along here in P5. Got almost 2 seconds in front of him and 1.2 in behind him with Oddstracky clipping along here in the Porsche. We can see that. Like it when they have the names on the side of the cars. It really helps us out here, especially for the GR1s. Generally pretty decent with the GR3's big boy banner here in P7. And what kind of car is that? Not a clue. Not a clue. I'm guessing it's Nissan. But really, oh, it looks like a Nissan badge there on the front. So it is Fire now. Has got the pass. Let's see if we can't hit the Mark Spark here and see if we can't go back and take a look and see where he got the pass done. No, we cannot. It has already been done. Let's get out of that and back to the racing action as Brad Barr is trying to chase down teammate, but in this case, not teammate. In through the chicanes. Good looking drive from Spire here. Really pushing the limits in that Hyundai. Get a good look at Tap slipping along in the Porsche. Team Porsche currently, I believe, sitting in P3 in both categories thus far. Let us take a look at that real quick. No, that is incorrect. I do apologize. Oh, Superboy picking up himself a unfortunate half-second penalty there. That is a beast of a looking car right there. Not just the livery, the shaping of that car and whatnot. And oh boy, howdy, that's brilliant looking race car right there. Design on that is absolutely incredible. It's Demon in P3 with Egon here in P4. It is Oddstracky here in P5 for Team Porsche. That's where he sits. So starting to get a bit of a separation in the Group 1 cars now. It is Brad Petrolhead leading the way with Superboy in P2. It's Demon there in P3. Now it's back to the GR3s with Spire leading the way. Barr trying to chase him down with Tap there in the background. Also just a second 0.4 in behind these two, so not too awful far back. It's JW Taylor here trying to catch up. Tap got within a half second. Now 0.3 of a second. Audi looking pretty good through this very, very, very technical sector of the racetrack. This final sector is one of the most technical racetracks you can absolutely put a race car on. Ooh, and Tap gets a little bit sideways. That's going to open up the door for JW Taylor here. There's side-by-side racing action here at Mount Fuji for round 1 of the WEC. Tap able to hold him off for the time being, though. Taylor perhaps looking for the old over-under. He was looking for it, but is he going to get it? I don't think so. It's going to be on the outside for the next corner here. Not going to get the job done there, so Tap able to hold off JW Taylor for the time being. Audi looking pretty strong, though, standing up against the Porsche like that. Bit of a fun fact for you. Porsche is my favorite car. It is also the designer, organizer, creator, manager, and owner of the WEC. Miss Maya Skinner or Miss Rad Yu. Her favorite car is also the Porsche, so we got that going on in common for sure, amongst other things. Taylor really working hard to try to catch up that Porsche, but Tap really doing a good job just holding him at bay there. We have Doug Barrow now moved up into P12, and here comes the real racing action right now as the GR1s have caught up to the back of the pack for the GR3s. So now's where things start getting interesting. Doug Barrow, very wise racer though, with an extremely high set of core racing knowledge, racecraft, handles it like an absolute professional. We got lots and lots of time remaining in this race. Going to be very interesting to see how it all works out. Milwaukee here still clipping along in P13 in the Toyota. Goes a little bit wide there, manages to hold on to that race car, keeps it well placed underneath him. So it's Petrolhead still leading the way out in front of Superboy. Now the leaders are coming through the GR3 pack. Petrolhead finding his way around one. A little bump skis there. Oh boy, she's getting wild. She's getting a little wild, as we expected. As we expected. Superboy losing just a little bit of time there to Petrolhead. Not a lot though, not a lot at all. Petrolhead utilizing a bit of slipstream there from Spire. Superboy still trying to make his way through the pack. Has not lost much time. In fact, he has gained time on Petrolhead through that sector. Superboy now pulling fastest lap. At least through that sector. He is purple. Gaining time through the pack on Petrolhead. It's Dima here in P3 or Team Toyota. Not sure of the team name. Apologies, y'all. We'll get that down eventually. Oh, it's the purple team. That's right. Alrighty then. Good stuff. Egon now making his way through the pack as well. Bar goes a little bit wide there. You can see just how difficult it is for these GR1s to get around the GR3s through the technical sector. As you get on the open stretches here, it's not an issue for the GR1s at all to get around the GR3s, but during the technical bits, these GR3s are no slouches. Don't have near the downforce, but they still can cause a bit of an interruption to the racers here's odds tracking here in the Porsche. Really chasing down Egon. No, there he goes. Gets the pass done on Egon there. Egon pulling back to P5. Boy, howdy, have we got our race on our hands here today. MJF here clipping along in P7 with Big Boy Banner. Apologies, buddy, we just kind of skipped right over you there. Now it's Banner looking to make a move on Egon. Is he going to be able to get the job done here coming out of the technical bit and onto the straight? Looks like he's losing just a little bit of time to Egon, but he is within a half a second. So here they go down the straight. Is Banner going to have enough to catch him up at the end? Does not look look like that is the case. Egon gets a great run out of the final corner there. Actually adds a little bit of separation to himself. And ooh, and Banner laid on the brakes. Hard to see that braking point when you're tucked right in behind somebody like there. So it's Vire who leads the way for the GR3. Radspire absolutely putting on a show here for us today in his debut league race for Team Rad. Looking sharp, my guy. Keep after it, keep after it. It is Rad Bar 27 here in P9, formerly 1010's Bar 27. Absolutely thrilled to have him here with Team Rad. Many of our drivers, though, whether it was 1010's or Team Rad, we're all 1010's was Team Rad's rival, but at the same time, they were all, so very, very close, like brothers and sisters, I mean, just two very tightly knit teams. And so we see the combining now of some of the drivers from 1010's to Team Rad due to the unfortunate, we'll call it a elongated pause on Team 1010's, because we'd love to see them come back. J.W. Taylor here in P11. That is P4 for the GR3 category. And man, we got to do math on the fly. No, sir. Just commentary here for me today. Apologies, Stick. Apologies. That took me an incredibly long time to... And hey, thank you, Stick. Absolutely appreciate that, yeah. But I'm sure that took me a long time to get to that comment. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, man. So Doug Barrow clipping along here in P12. Now, fuel consumption is at a rate of 3. So for anybody who does not understand what that means for every one lap that these drivers go around this track, it is going to consume the fuel as though it were 3 laps that they had done. Now we have our first to pit. It's Wilco here for Team Toyota or Purple Team Racing. Jumping in for a fresh set of shoes and a full tank of fuel. And look at that, that's a bonus for these drivers. That fuel goes in there quick. Just a 22-23 second pit stop. Absolutely brilliant stuff. And oh, looky here. Rad Superboy getting around. Former Rad team member in the form of Petrolhead. Superboy looking awfully sharp here today, as he has been lately. He has been on an absolute tear, and we are well pleased with his driving performance as of late. Boy, howdy, I can tell you, Superboy has been on a tear for Team Rad lately. So it is Dima here, still holding strong on P3 for the Purple Racing Team and Team Toyota. Currently running purples through that sector. Ooh, Petrol had himself a bobble. That's what happened. Gone wide there as well. He's got himself some damage to the front arrow of that race car. Ostracki here in P4 for the GR1. Now it's Spire going into the pits. Egon in P5. MJF here in P6. Strange Thing Racing. Big Boy Banner here in P7. Barr now takes over the race lead. It is Tap now in P2 for the GR3s. Taylor will take P3. Doug's going to move up into P4. Spire getting some fuel and a change of tire here. Now, drivers are able to run this race as far as tire strategy goes. It's wide open and free. They can do as they wish. So going to be very, very interesting to see some of the different strategies here that play out today for round one of the WEC. That is the World Endurance Championship. How many laps left? There is 1 hour and 36 minutes left of racing, my guy. And nope, no racing for me here today, just straight commentary in the booth as we do so enjoy doing commentary very nearly as much as racing. It's an absolute pleasure to watch these drivers' skills out on the racetrack. Do our part in commentating, promoting these drivers, promoting the leagues that they run in, and just giving them their due recognition for the great racing skills that you see here today at the WEC. Dina clipping along still here in P3, utilizing a bit of slipstream from Spire. Easily slingshots around him with that Ostracki in P4 for Team Porsche here. Egon still clipping along in P5 with Big Boy Banner giving chase. MJF also in P7 giving chase, falling back off the back of the pack a little bit, but my guess is, and I don't have to take a guess at it, you can clearly see that he's just made a pit stop. So it is Brad's Bar 27 currently leading the race for the GR3s with a 2.5 second lead over Tat. Tat is just clipping along here as well in the Porsche. So Team Porsche not looking bad right now. Boy howdy, getting a little wild there is Tat. Had that Porsche all sorts of slideways back and forth, just fishtailing it coming out of the final corner, and it is easy to do in that Porsche. Let me tell you what, boy howdy, is Taylor in P3, followed by Doug Barrow in P4. Both Audi drivers, two Audi teams here in the WEC. World Endurance Championship well underway. As we approach the half an hour mark. So just nearly a quarter of the way done with this race, and man, it's been some good racing here thus far. Really trying to, it's very, very difficult, but we're trying to get them eyeballs on this Superboy around the outside, trying to get her done. and gets her done. Brilliant racing there. Absolutely love the action with the mixed class racing. This is good stuff, y'all. Fun stuff right here. Tap getting the blue flag, letting him know that GR1 car is coming up on him. You'll notice the GR1s flashing the headlights at the drivers of the GR3 cars, and that is simply to let them know that they are going to make the pass and to be aware of it. Man, I'll tell you, I just absolutely love that livery. Well done, Doug. Well done. That is a great looking livery. Absolutely brilliant. Man, that's good stuff. Brilliant. So Rad Spire here. Oh, that's Team Diapole. I see. Yep, that's what that was. I do recall seeing that now. But yeah, Rad Spire here on a different, a bit of a different strategy than some of the other GR3 racers here today at Fuji. Oh, and we have a yellow flag. And it's so difficult to tell where that's at. Haven't a clue. That's who we're missing. We're missing Cobra. What happened to Cobra today? Hope all is well with that guy. Egon, seasoned racer as well, doing a fine job there of getting around that GR3 car. Move to Big Boy Banner now, going to try to navigate his way around. Doug Barrow goes around the outside as he should. Now we'll have the inside, gets the job done there. Brilliant racing by those two, absolutely the way it's supposed to be done right there. Very difficult to do on such a technical portion of this racetrack. This is Fuji, for y'all that don't know, is just a very technical track. Especially this section right here. It's very, very trying. You gotta be patient, but yet you gotta get on that throttle as soon as you can coming out of the corners. Now we have Dima coming in to make a pit stop here. Let's see if it's any faster for the GR1 cars to get in and out of the pits. Take a good look at the purple racing team here. Digging that livery there as well. It's a purple camo design, so to speak. Really, it's about the same. About 22 seconds for the GR1s to get in and out of the pits. And that is a tire change and a full tank of fuel in that race car. And he's off and running again, ready to rock for some time now. So it is MJF here in P7, still just absolutely flipping along now, making his way around. Tap there. Tap, I do believe, has fallen back a little bit due to a pit stop himself here. Now now currently in P4 for the GR3s. Now, are we going to see Barr coming into the pits here on this lap, or is he going to give it one more go? And I think we're going to see him pit here. Now Superboy jumping into the pits. That gives Petrolhead P1 again. Petrol still got himself a bit of fuel there. Definitely running these tires for all they're worth. Oddstrack as well. Definitely got him a bit of fuel still also. So Superboy comes out in P3 with a fresh set of shoes underneath that brilliant looking race car there, as well as very nearly a full tank of fuel. Egon still running off of his first set of tires and fuel. And I'll tell you what, this driver is doing an incredible job. Not sure if it is part of the strategy or that car is just that good on fuel, but he has loads of fuel left. That will help in the end either way. Big Boy Banner here running in P6. Ooh, that might be a penalty for that driver, as he did get all 4 tires off the racetrack, and indeed it is an unfortunate half-second penalty for Big Boy Banner there, MJF. Looking good, catching up to teammate here. We'll just watch and see how this here plays out. Teammate giving him a clear line of sight there to get around him. It is Taylor now going to jump into the pits, as he used up every bit of tire and nearly fuel on that race car. Coming in on the fumes. It is Fire now leading the race once again here for the GR3s. Taylor was in P2, and that puts Tap back up in P2, and Brad's R27 in P3. Now it's Petrolhead jumping into the pits. Let us jump on, actually, see, Oddstrack is following. Okay, so get you a good look at that beautiful race recital looking delivery there. Look at that. That is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So it is Superboy takes over the race lead with an 11.4 second gap over Egon. Egon does have it's Dima here creeping up quickly. Ooh, almost a touch there. Looked like that was a bit of net coating. Dima going for the over-under. Ooh, Petrolhead back there getting a little bit sideways as well. Trying to get around Egon. Just gets the power down a little bit hard there. On those cold racing shoes. Definitely feeling that. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Loving having this multi-class racing on GT7. Not something that gets to be seen. Like I said, this is my first time having ever done commentary on multi-class racing on GT7. This is brilliant stuff. Absolutely loving it. Again, Miss Mia Skinner on YouTube. You can go over there and see her race perspective from in the split 2. This is split 1, so go over and check her out. Give her a follow, give her a like. She is definitely up and coming, works really, really hard at what she does for not only her channel, but for Team Rad, creating and designing these leagues, giving us all a fantastic place to come watch some really great racing, and giving these racers a place to come do that really great racing. Inspire leading the way for the GR3 still. Tap there in P2 still. Does have Rad's Bar 27 trying to chase him down though in the Peugeot. See both drivers there taking it to the absolute track limits. That is what you've got to do. Utilize every inch of that racetrack to keep and maintain all the speed that you possibly can. Bar really using it up there. Bar running blue sectors right now. This last lap being his fastest lap, and he's really on one here. He's ahead of that by a couple of tenths, it looks like. Again, utilizing every inch of the racetrack. That's the way to get her done. We'll see if Barr pulls off his fastest lap once again, and he does. But just by 66 thousandths of a second, it is Doug Barrow here in P4, I do believe. That is indeed P4 for the GR3 cars. And man, I'll tell you what, I still just absolutely brilliant delivery there on that Audi. Doug Barrow, masterful work. That is brilliant. Love that. Its teammate, and oh no, that's Petrolhead. Ooh, Taylor running the edge of the track there, holds on to her though. Good stuff right there. Loving the mixed class racing here at Fuji for round 1 of the WEC. That is the World Endurance Championship. Brilliant designing of the league. Really good stuff. Miss Radney always working very closely with her community to find out what it is that the racers want. Well, this is what they want. It's multi-class team racing, and I gotta say, it is a brilliant start to the season thus far. Superboy still leading the way for the GR1s here. 10.5 second lead over former Rad teammate. Each of these drivers giving up a little bit of time here and there as they try to make their way around the GR3s, but absolutely brilliant driving from everybody on track. We've not really seen any incidences at all with the multi-class racing here, so that just goes to show you and gives testament to their ability as drivers, each one of them on track here today, doing a fantastic job. Absolutely love to see that. The communication is on point. Just getting around Doug Barrow there as they come into the final bits of the start-finish straight here in Fuji. Weather is looking absolutely incredible at Fuji. Not something that is often the case here. MJF running in P6. For Team Strange Thing Racing. Again, catching up to teammate in front of him there. Both teammates very aware of one another, do a brilliant job of giving each other plenty of space. There's a good show of teamwork right there. Love that. Love seeing both teammates in the same picture there. That's fantastic. We haven't got to see that a whole lot. That's twice for them we've got to check that out, so really good. Absolutely love to see that. Big Boy Banner here running in P7. Egon now finally taking his first pit stop of the race. Boy, howdy did he make those tires and fuel last. That is some good stuff. Into this race, he's going to have to pit considerably less than any of the other drivers. That may fare him very well at the end of this race. Very, very exciting to see the different racing strategies along with the multi-class racing here today at Fuji. Again, round one of the World Endurance Championship. Turning out to be some brilliant racing here. Is Fire here still leading the way in the GR3s in that Hyundai. Bit of a twitch out of the Hyundai there. But still getting the job done, leading P2 by 6.7 seconds. Are unable to catch Tap thus far. Tap running a best lap there. Barr really burning up his tires, it looks like, trying to catch him. Bar just barely up on his sector for Vault Tech Racing team here. Quite the color combo there with the blue and the, I'm guessing it's gold. Does to me look more definitely gold than brown, and it would make more sense too. I guess it really depends on the lighting too. Again, the brilliant. Looking livery there from Mr. Doug Barrow, Team Rad's livery guru, and you can see why. Boy, howdy, I'm telling you what, that is just brilliant. I've got to learn how to do that. The separation of and blending of those colors, man, incredible. I've been making liveries on GT7 for 3 years, and I can't figure that out. I can blend colors, but I usually just do like 3 colors. That's like 7. Got all the colors of the rainbow. Superboy leading the race by 9 seconds here still. An incredible outing here today, nearly 1 hour into this race. You can see Petrolhead there, back there at the start of the straight. So not only do we have multi-class racing, but we also have cars with just straight engine power. And then we have hybrid cars such as this, run off engine and battery power there. As you can see, the indicator there is just below the fuel there. That green bar is the indicator that is a hybrid car there, running off of both fuel and battery power. And generally those cars' battery power is charged whenever the car is under braking. So very interesting to see the difference between those 2 aspects as well. See here another hybrid car for ended steam. For the purple team racing, Odstracki running strong here again. Team 4 for Team Porsche. Don't recall the name of that team, but it's Team Porsche regardless. Also a hybrid on track here today. MJF also in a hybrid. For Strange Thing Racing. Big Boy Banner as well in a hybrid. And Egon in a hybrid. So, Superboy, the only one in a non-hybridized GR1 rather. There goes Wire, and oh boy howdy, let's hope that's not a 3-second penalty for him there. Coming into pit lane there, sent it in hot. It's going to give Rad's Bar 27 P1 once again here. Doug Barrow moves up into P2 for the GR3 category. Fire already out of the pits. Comes out in P3. Taylor there in just behind, and the other Audi team on track there. The other Strange Thing Racing team member. Get a look at Wilco coming into the pits as well, running on fumes with just 2% of fuel there. See how much fuel he pops to take there, and boy, that fuel just, it zips right into that car. Superboy still leading the way for the GR1s. It's around teammate Brad Barr there, but not teamed up in this race or in this league. Teammates, but not teammates for the league. Let's see, we have 13, so we're missing Cobra. Who is Superboy's teammate? Let's take a look at that. So it's renowned team Logic. I'm not seeing it. Oh, you know what? It might be that his teammates actually in Split 2. That may be what's going on with some of the racers that we're not seeing on track as far as teams go. That's very interesting. So it is Superboy leading the way here for the GR1s and Petrolhead in P2. Petrol goes a little bit wide there and almost gets it wrong. Great save there by Petrolhead. Coming in for a pit stop as well. Almost approaching the halfway mark, y'all. 5 minutes to go until the halfway mark in this race. Again, if you're just tuning in, we are here for the World Endurance Championship, or the WEC, for round 1 here at Fuji. These races to be held once a month. Two-hour endurance racing here. Team racing, multi-class racing on GT7. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Strange Thing team racer there holding down P5. Big Boy Banner here in P6. Egon flipping around in P7. It's Rad Spire here in P8. Leading the way for the GR3 cars. J.W. Taylor in P2 with Tap in just behind him there. Tap going to make a move to the inside, potentially just having a bit of a look there. Going to stick with this battle right here and see how it unfolds. J.W. Taylor in the Audi, Tap in the Porsche. Woo! Tap gets a little squirrely there in that dirty air. Does a great job to hold on to that race car though. That was a hairy moment. Again, Mount Fuji playing very nice on the weather here today for round one at the WEC. Definitely things get a bit more intense, to say the least, when the weather gets involved. Like I say, the rain can definitely bring the pain. Tap working hard now, putting on that pressure. Applying the pressure to Taylor. Really closing up the gap good there. 0.3 of a second difference now. Is Tap getting close enough to make a move into the first corner? Incredibly difficult corner, almost 180-degree turn. Tap does look to the inside. They're side by side now. Tap getting the job done, but looking for the over-under is Taylor. Not able to get that position back, so Tap moves into P2. Look at that brilliant racing, and the GR1 just gets right cleanly around there. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Tap starting to open up just a little bit of a gap now, and here comes another GR1 car up in the mix. Tap goes a little wide. Really pushing the limits. GR1 around the outside gets the job done. Brilliant racing. Absolutely fantastic. Not 100%, but I think that was Big Boy Banner getting the job done there very nice and cleanly. Indeed it was. Good stuff, good stuff. Spire still holding down the lead, 6.7 lead over Tap. It's MJF now coming into the pit stop as we just reached the halfway point into this race. Again, damage is on difficult here. Meaning that if they get damaged, they just have to ride it out or pit to get that damage fixed. And we've not seen any real damage at all. Meaning these racers are doing a brilliant job on track with this multi-car, multi-class racing here. And again, not only do we have the multi-class racing, multi-car racing, but we also have hybridized cars on track. We have non-hybrid cars on track, which that would be Superboy, and the only non-hybridized car on track for the GR1s. Of course, we don't have hybridized cars for the GR3s. But Superboy holding on to this 10-second lead now for lap after lap after lap. Petrolhead just unable to close that gap. and also burning through his soft tires there rather quickly. He's going to have to make a pit stop soon. Those tires are looking definitely a bit on the second-hand side. Superboy going to take one last lap around here, and he'll have to make another pit stop to get some fuel. He is running light right now and fast. Again, just brilliant racing. This is not easy, ladies and gentlemen. It is not easy to have multi-class racing on any track, let alone this track is as technical as Fuji. These racers are doing a fantastic job of their communication, their composure, the racecraft together as a whole from all of these racers on track has just been a sight to see. Absolutely loving this multi-class racing here at Fuji in the WEC, or World Endurance Championship. Round one has gone off just brilliantly. Superboy, as stated, does make that pit stop. Petrolhead's going to follow suit. His tires are looking very, very worn as he clips the wall coming into the pits there. So now it's Oddstrack. He's going to come and take the race lead. I don't think he's going to. Petrol's going to make it out, I think, before Oddstrack comes in and snags that away. 55 minutes remaining in this race. Personally, I don't think I would put so much fuel in on those on the racing softs. I would go with less fuel because those tires are not going to last as long as your fuel. Why put more fuel in the car than what the tires can handle? Keep the car lighter, but that's just me. Petrolhead able to get the job done there on Oddstracky on the cold racing shoes. Team Porsche doing well here today for round one at Fuji. It's been some really good racing from both team members. Oddstracky holding strong on to P3. He's got a 23-second lead over It's Dima here. Big Boy Banner running in P5. It's Egon here in P6. And MJF in P7. So it is Spire still holding on to the race lead in the GR3 category of racing cars here today. Tap in P2. Still got JW Taylor there holding on strong. Just following along Tap here. Saving himself a bit of racing fuel by staying in that slipstream. Not a great deal, but In endurance racing, it's that little bit of fuel that gets you to the end of the race that you don't have to make that extra longer pit stop. Just it could be just a quarter of a second. By a quarter of a second or a quarter of a mile, you win the race, you win the race. Again, Superboy just having a brilliant race here today. Taylor looking really good as well. Yeah, Brad Barr 27 here in P4, is it, or P3? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yep, P4. That's what I thought. Wilco now in P5 with Doug Barrow just in behind there. No, maybe not. Doug going a little bit wide there. Great job done by those two drivers. Again, big props to all the drivers on track doing a fantastic job with the racecraft and racing etiquette here today. Has just been on point, man. Absolutely love to see that. About to approach the 15-minute mark remaining in this race. Superboy just a 7-second lead now over Petrolhead. There we go. We're going to stay right here as we see teammate coming up on teammate here. Team Porsche on the same shot. Brilliant stuff. Odstracky's flying too. Porsche 919 hybrid there. Really, really nice looking car as well. Doug just managing to get out the way there. It's Dima in P4 for Purple Team Racing here. Big Boy Banner in P5. Nice, look at that livery. It's Egon in P6 here. Fire still holding down. 10-second lead over P2. here in the GR3s. Again, this is brand new Team Rad driver. His debut into championship league racing for Team Rad. Having a brilliant showing here at round 1 for the WEC. Odds tracking now, just coming out of the pits out in front of Tap here. Tap holding strong on the P2. Like I said, Team Porsche right now looking really strong in both GR3 and GR1. This team's having a great showing here today. Rad Bar 27 here in P3. It's the Peugeot. You know the Peugeot. Taylor here in P4. Other Audi on track, other strange thing. Driver and wait. Things get a little bit hairy out there. Manages to hold on to that car brilliantly though. Love to see that. It's Wilco in P12 with Doug Barrow chasing. Get back to our race leader from the GR1s. It is Rad Superboy here. Petrolhead cutting into that gap. Gained 5 seconds in the last 10 minutes or so. Really trying to push hard now. Big Boy Banner dives into the pits. And it's Dima looking sharp here for Purple Team Racing. For P3 currently. With a good gap to Odds Tracking, 15-second lead. Odds Tracking though, just having come out of the pits not too awful long ago. For Team Porsche. Just under 45 minutes remaining in this race. Egon's still clipping along here in P5. Got 18.4 seconds in front of him and 13.6 seconds in behind. But again, Egon still just running off of his only one pit stop this far into the race, and this strategy may prove to be brilliant. 18.3 seconds to the guy in front once that guy pits. If he needs to pit again, I'm sure he will at least one more time. Egon's going to have to pit one more time as well. But where does that pit come? Oh, where will it be necessary? absolutely really fun seeing the different strategies from the different classes of cars, different drivers. It's all up to the driver to decide what they want to do, and so it's just super interesting and going to be super interesting to see how this all works out in the end for these drivers and for their teams. This is not an individual driver's championship here. This is team championship racing across multi-class, multi-car racing here. Superboy just sings around Big Boy Banner there. Brad Spire, though, still holding strong on to P1. Tap still holding strong on to P2. Bar in P3 here. Got pushed a little wide there, though. No harm done, really. I expected to see a lot more than that, to be honest, throughout this race. But no, these drivers are really doing it. Just an exceptional job here today for round one. So Superboy, woo, almost 4/10 up on the fastest lap right now. And you can see what I mean about the fuel and the tires. There's no way these tires are going to last as long as the fuel. Then again, there is the opposite side of thinking of that. When he does have to take fuel again to finish out this race, he's going to have to take less fuel, right? But the car is heavier on the faster tire. That's going to make the tire wear even faster than what it would if the car was light. So strategy, man. Endurance racing all comes down to strategy, plain and simple. Just the way it goes in endurance racing. So Petrolhead 4.2, 4.4 seconds in behind, 4.3. These drivers look as though they're pretty much going to have to pit at the same time. Petrolheads, whoa, woo-wee! Getting a little crazy with the cheese whiz there. Petrol still holding on to the fastest lap of the race with a 128.165. Ooh, and it's Dima having some issues. Does not get any damage though. Great job keeping that car out of the damage. But now has lost his 10-second gap to Oddstracky. I believe it was right around 10 seconds. Oddstracky now coming on strong. "37 minutes remaining in this race. Things are starting to come to a head here for round one, the WEC or the World Endurance Championship, multi-class racing. And this has been brilliant to watch. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. With good stuff. Egon's still holding strong on at P5 here. Just absolutely running this car for all she's got on tire and fuels. Fuel saving in that car has been absolutely brilliant with that car and driver combination. Good tight racing going on here. Big boy Banner doing all he can to catch up to MJ here. Ooh, it is bar 27 now, leading the race. What? Oh, it was a pit stop from Spire. That's what it was. So Bar now leading the race for the GR3s. And they're nearly side by side. Inside for Spire, manages to get around Bar there. Woo-wee! And Spire is off to the races again, pulling a gapper already. Nearly 7/10, just that quick. Hyundai looking super strong here today at Fuji, man. I'll tell you what. Tap continues to hold on to P3 after his pit stop there. That should be the final pit stop for Tap. Taylor 7.3 seconds in behind. Team Audi, one of Team Audi's racing teams anyways. Strange Thing Racing. Doug looking like he's making his final pit stop of the race. Oh, looks as though something has gone terribly wrong with that Audi here today. Got the crew just standing around trying to figure out what's going on with that race car. Superboy, 2.6 second lead over Petrolhead. That gap is a dwindling. "33 minutes left in this race. For round one, the first ever race of the WEC World Endurance Championship. Sim racing at its finest here on Gran Turismo 7. Brilliant racing. Great job done by those two competitors there. Petro getting a little squirrely again. "30 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in this race here at round one. Fuji International Speedway proving to be a brilliant racetrack for round one here. Some absolutely incredible racing going on. And it's Dima here in P3. Oddstrike is still giving chase. Under the half an hour mark left in this race. Big Boy Banner still in P5 here. Moving and grooving in the Nissan. Superboy and Petrolhead both diving into the pits now. Boy, howdy. MJF here in P6. Egon now to take his final pit stop. Half laps of fuel and on the faster tire. Is going to be my guess. Looks as though he's opted to go with the mediums again. No, indeed, he does go onto the faster tire. First time we've seen Egon on the softs. He has been running mediums the entire race and making them work, staying out on track for a lengthy amount of time. It is Spire leading the race. Rad Spire, again, newly acquired racer for Team Rad. With a great debut. 17.7 second lead over P2 in the form of Tap here. Both these drivers look as though they potentially could finish out the race without another pit stop here. It's J.W. Taylor here in P3. And oh boy, the race is on for P1. And oh boy. We got to stick right here now for a minute. Petra working to try to find his way around Superboy. Supra's just not letting it happen. Gonna make him go around the outside if he wants it. Super still pulling away, even though Petrol's in the slipstream. The all-muscle car versus the hybrid car. The hybrid just doesn't have the power to keep up. Not on that straight stretch. Petrol just looking sharp. Brilliant battle going on here, I'll tell you what. This is some good stuff. I do apologize if there's any other good battles going on. My apologies to the racers, but this is for the race lead, so definitely going to stick right here for the time being. They're coming into traffic again. Petrol just applying the pressure, and he's going to take a look to the outside. Whoa, a little tap there between the drivers. Now Superboy looks to the inside for the over-under. Petrol gets the job done for the time being. Petrol on the faster tire, but Super on the longer lasting tire. This is going to be super interesting to see how this plays out. "23 minutes remain in the race. Things are definitely heating up. The Super can keep within his slipstream there. Just keep on him. Towards the end of this race, Super should have the advantage on tire, even though he's on the slower compound of tire currently. Just look at the difference in the power. That Mazda is just able to close that gap big time on the straight stretch. But through this twisty bits and the technical bits, Petrol's car definitely has the advantage on the soft tires and in that car, period. All right, let's check out the rest of the track. It is odds tracking here in P3. Has gotten around and it's Dima. So Porsche on the move. MJF working on catching up Egon. Beyer with an 18-second lead, 20 minutes remaining in this race. Nearly 21 minutes. 19-second lead over P2's Tap. Taylor's going to make the final pit stop here. Barr's going to continue on. He's taking his final pit stop. That's going to give him P3 again. Taylor fueled up and ready to roll. Wilco looking like he's going to have another pit stop before the end of this race. It is going to be close, we shall see. And that Audi is just down and out. Let's go back to our race leaders here. Petrolhead pulling purples. Superboy still got him in his sights, and Superboy goes wide there. That may be a half-second penalty. That's not what he was looking for. He gets away with it. Superboy really strong to that first sector of Fuji, pulling purples every single time around by 0.3 of a second, even on the slower compound. Petrolhead now starting to pull a bit of a gap, 3.2 seconds. Ooh, down to 1.5 now. Petrol must have had a bobble there. Petrol must have had a bobble coming into turn one here. Oh, we missed it somewhere. Petrol had a bobble somewhere. It's down to 1.8. It was at the 3.25. Petrol's tires are starting to wear. You can see Supra is now starting to close that gap on the medium tire there. Definitely closing the gap up. Ooh, this is exciting, y'all. Just 15 minutes left to go in this race. Woo! Boys, fire just all sorts of squirrely in that Hyundai. Oh, Superboy picks up the half-second penalty. That is not going to be good. He's really closing the gap, and now he's going to have to give it back up. Has to serve the penalty there on the straight stretch too, but that Mazda's got the power to close in on Petrolhead. Still 13 minutes to go. Can he close it in again? It's Dima here in P3 again. Oddstracky in P4. Not sure what's happened there. Big Boy Banner just coming out of the pits in P5 here. Oh, and they got the Audi running again. Good stuff, good stuff. MJF here in P6. Egon in P7. Egon finding those softs to wear out uber fast. It's Tap in P1. Radsfire in P2. Tap gonna have to make a pit stop though. Rad Bar 27 in P3, J.W. Taylor in P4, Wilco in P5, and Doug Barrow here in P6. Ooh, Superboys did not get the run he was looking for out of that final corner. 12 minutes remaining. Whoa, and Petrol has a big moment there. Great save. Does give up 0.4 of a second to Superboy, though. Big moment for Petrolhead. Saves it. Oh, man, and Superboy goes wide again. Probably going to pick up another half-second penalty. He's pushing hard to try to catch up there. He got away with that one. He must have completely been off the throttle. It's the only way the game's not going to give you a penalty for that is if you're completely off the throttle when that happens. Superboy looking to get a really great exit out of this final corner here. We'll see if he can get it done. That lead's gone up to nearly 3 seconds again. Much cleaner exit that time for Superboy. But Petrol got a great exit as well. You see that time just diminishing on the straights though. Just 10 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in this race. Is Superboy going to be able to catch up on his pressure tires? Petrolhead really going to start to struggle now on those tires. It's going to come down to the last couple of laps on this race. See that little bobble there from Petrolhead allowed Superboy to gain just a little bit of time on him again. Down to 2.7 seconds. On to the start finish they go again. Petrol not quite getting as clean exit as he would have liked. Here comes the power of the Mazda. Just chewing the tenths away. 9 minutes remaining. Gained a half a second on that straight. Petrol's tire is definitely 50% worn now. That's gonna really start to stress that car out as he tries to keep that lead over Superboy. It's gonna be very, very interesting to see how this plays out in the final couple of laps here. About 6 laps remain, would be my guess, for Super to try to catch Petrolhead. At 6 more laps, Petrolhead's tires are going to be fried. Oh, as you can see there, he's getting all sorts of slideways. Petrol may have just made a brilliant strategy. A brilliant strategy call there from Superboy. Rather. Down the long stretch where the Mazda just really eats up the time there. Mazda's coming back strong. Oh, we gotta check the rest of the race, and it's Dima holding that down strong in P3 now, a 7-second gap over Oddstracky. Oh, ooh-wee. Big boy here in P5, MJ in P6, Egon in P7. It's Spire leading P2 by 21 seconds. Brad, bar 27 in P2. Taylor in P3. Tap in P4. Milwilko in P5. And Doug Barrow in P6. Oddstracky now having to take a pit stop. 6.5 minutes remaining in this race. Petrolhead's tires not looking good at all. He's approaching the 70% mark, and there's still 3, if not 4 laps to go. And Petrolhead has another moment there. He's having to push hard to keep Superboy at bay on these very worn, starting to be clearly second-hand tires now for Petrolhead. Superboy's not even a third of the way burnt on tires. Those mediums are just really coming into their own now. Super technical bit, and you can see, oh, Petrolhead had another moment. Superboy just picked up a half a second there. You can see Superboy's coming on strong here at the end of the race. 5 minutes remaining. He's going to be down to 0.5 of a second by the end of this lap. Or a second. He'll be within 1 second by the end of this straight stretch here. Indeed, there it is. 1 second. Gap closing. 0.7 of a second. And these drivers are having to contend with traffic as well. This is where things get very Superboy coming on strong. .8 of a second. Superboy just right there, 0.6 of a second. Half a second. Superboy coming on strong. He needs a good exit out of here, and he gets it. Good, clean exit. And look out, Petrolhead. Here it comes. Brad Superboy, all up in your business. Superboy, brilliant racing, brilliant strategy. Oh, it's going to be tight. Superboy going to try to go around the outside, potentially an over-under. Oh, and they're side by side. Superboy's going to get the race lead. Brilliant stuff right there, going on the longer-lasting tire. Slower to begin with, but faster, obviously, here at the front. Now it's Petrol back in the lead. He is on some seriously second-hand tires, though. There's no way he's going to be able to hold him off on the final straight stretch. Superboy is just too close. Petrol giving it all he's got to try to keep him at bay. They're coming into traffic again. Ooh, big moment for Doug Barrow there. Super slideways. Petrol braking. Oh, traction as well. Oh, it's Supra. Two minutes remain in this race. It is a big battle here for P1 and P2. Superboy is gonna shoot out in front. See how much time he can gain on this straight. He does have to contend with traffic, which may help out Petrolhead. Minute and 30 seconds remain in this race. It's going to be this lap and one more lap. Potentially. Oh, and Petrol takes the dive, but he doesn't hold on to it. Jumped out there for a minute, and that's it. Stay strong, Superboy. You got this. Nearly a 1 second lead now. Petrol gave it all he had there, but just could not make those softs last long enough to hold Superboy at bay. It is going to be one more lap for the race leaders. Good clean exit, and Superboy's gone. Oh, Petrol got a great exit, even though he got sideways there. Are you kidding me? He must not have let off that throttle at all. Final lap of the race. With Superboy with a 1 second lead. Petrol giving it to Beans. Trying to close that gap up. But Petrol is just seriously on some absolutely second-hand tires at this. Oh no! Oh, if that's a penalty for Supra, that's not going to be good. And he got away with it again. MJF will finish in P6. Here it is, final sector, technical bits. Superboy opening up the gap to another second. .4 seconds, and there is no way Petrol is going to catch that Mazda now. It will be Superboy. Race win here at round one for the WEC. Brilliant race from Superboy. Brilliant strategy. It will be RA's Petrolhead, formerly Team Rad member, gets P2, and its demon will get P3. Oddstracky will come across the line in P4. That'll give Big Boy Banner P5, MJF P6, P7. Rad's Fire is going to finish in P1. It'll be Taylor. Wow, incredible racing. We gotta get the results here. It'll be Zvire with his debut as a Team Rad driver coming away with the win here for round one at the WEC. Congratulations to Zvire and Superboy. Petrol tried like heck to keep Superboy at bay, but just couldn't get it done. Taylor with the P2. Rad, Bar 27 with the P3. Tap will get P4. Miwilko P5. And Doug Barrow with P6. Absolutely brilliant. I'm pretty sure I got that done again. So it's Rad Superboy and Rad Spire. Team Rad taking the W here today at Fuji for round 1. First race ever in the WEC, the World Endurance Championship, and Team Rad getting the job done, taking P1 in both the GR1 and GR3. What an incredible race, y'all. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Great racing, man. Everybody, congratulations to all the drivers. Super sore. Yeah. 2 hours racing will do that to you, my guy. Absolutely congratulations to every driver on track. You all did absolutely amazing. Multi-class racing is not easy, and you guys really just put a show on here today and showed the world how it is done. Absolutely brilliant. Superboy, my guy, dude. Brilliant racing from you here today. Absolutely brilliant strategy, as always. Getting her done, man. Getting her done. Good job. Rad Spire, congratulations, man, on your debut as a Team Rad driver in league racing, coming away with the W. Man, y'all, absolutely brilliant stuff. Brilliant racing from all the racers here today at the WEC. We did not set up, and I can't believe it, we did not set up a determined form of doing oh my gosh, I can't even think of doing podium interviews here today. But let us see if let's see if we can get at least the 2 winning let's get Spire and Superboy in here if we can. Huh. Now, obviously, these drivers don't have to do the driver interviews, podium interviews. But we'll see if they'd like to. Give them a chance just to come in and say a few words. got to do some shifting on the audio quickly. And we should. There we go, indeed. Superboy, my guy, coming away with the W. First ever WEC World Endurance Championship, round 1 here at Fuji. Absolutely brilliant racing from you here today. Brilliant strategy, choosing to go on the mediums there and just hanging on to the end and catching up Petrolhead. At the end, he was on some seriously second-hand tires, and he made it happen, my guy. Tell us how you're feeling.
Oh my god, all I could say is what a goddamn battle between me and Petrol.
Yeah, no, that was absolutely brilliant racing, man. I'm super thrilled for you. Team Rad taking home both the GR1 and GR3 W's here today. Yourself and a newly acquired Team Rad member, Zvire, I believe is how it's pronounced. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong if you know.
I always call it, we call him Saphir.
Okay, Severe. But yeah, yeah, wow. Brilliant racing, man. Did you have a suspicion that Petrol was going to go on the soft tire there at the end? What was the determining factor for you to jump on the medium tire and just knowing you would have that extra bit of grip there at the end of the race? What was going through your head? Tell us.
Yeah, so, yeah, me and Petrol both started on the mediums for the entire race, and I felt like the pace on the mediums it's not as good as the soft, but I know it could last a lot longer. I still had about half tires left on my mediums by the time I'd done my pit stop. So I thought, I'm going to go, for my third stint, I thought I'm going to go on the soft, see if I can pull a bit of a gap on Petrol. No, it was barely faster and tires started to drop off very quickly. At the end, I thought, no, I'm not going to go on softs for the last stint, and I just went back on the mediums. Yeah, it might be a little bit slower, but I know it's going to last a lot longer. And yeah, the durability of the mediums did all the job.
How many laps were you getting out of the tank?
Brilliant call, man. That would obviously proved to be the better strategy. And tell us how's it feel to go up against former Team Rad teammate and come away from the win for Team Rad?
Honestly, it's brilliant, and especially the top speed of the LM55 is just more than enough to compensate for just a little bit worse handling compared to like the proper hybrids. Yeah, just came out on top.
Yeah, being the only GR1 car out there that was not a hybridized car. Now, did that play into your car of choice at the beginning of the season before, even choosing that car? Did you realize you were going to be the only just straight power car out there, or what was the determining factor on that decider?
To be fair, I would have wanted to go for Porsche actually, because the 990 is my favourite Group 1 car, but I thought, if anyway I had other choice, I thought, no one's picked the Mazda, and you had the option either the 787B or the LM55, and the LM55 is a 200 mile an hour car, so, and it still has decent handling. I thought, yeah, go on then, I'll take the Mazda, and plus 4-rotor, come on.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you where it absolutely worked out just brilliantly here for you today. Man, congratulations coming home with the W for the first ever WEC league race here at Fuji, round one. Brilliant showing from you, man. I'll give you the floor, man. You can have some time to say whatever you'd like to say. Thank yous, congratulations, shout outs, whatever you like, my guy. The floor is yours.
Yeah, so thanks everyone, and I honestly thank Petrol for keeping, well, I was going to keep each other in check, because I think we ended up like over a minute of third place.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm a +1, so that's very, very interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, can't argue. We all know how important it is to make wise strategy calls in endurance racing, and you had it dialed in. When you jumped on those softs and you gave it a full tank of fuel, though, the first thing that ran through my head was, man, I would put half that much fuel in, because those softs are going to last half the amount of time. And you could have made them last just a little bit longer by putting in less fuel. But regardless, can't argue with the results.
I think I had about 5-ish laps of fuel left on by the time I thought maybe softs are gone, almost gone. So I went into the pits, which Petrol followed. Yeah. And yeah, it was basically a 20-lap battle to the end.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, man. And I'll tell you what, the race stewards here today, I got to admit, were pretty darn kind to you, because 3 times in that last 10 laps or so, you very well could have had a penalty, and the one time you did get the penalty, and I was like, oh man, that really, really hurts. And I was a bit of a Code Brown moment for the commentator there to see if you were going to pick up that penalty the other times, but you didn't, and so that's pretty awesome, man. Definitely played into your W here today. Again, congratulations, man. Brilliant racing, brilliant race strategy. Now, tell us, multi-class racing is not something that we see here in championships on GT7. First impressions, my guy, for the first league doing here in multi-class racing. What'd you think, man? Did you find it difficult to get around those cars? All the drivers seem to be doing an incredible job with the racecraft, racing awareness. You guys' communication was on point. It all went down brilliantly, in my opinion. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, it was actually pretty decent having a multi-class championship. I mean, we did this before, but that's like 4 years ago now. 4 or 5 years ago now. 5 years ago when we did a GT3, GT4 championship, and that went well as well. So expected to have some really good races, especially around when Group 1s are fighting each other around Group 3s. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Ridiculous, I'd say, is probably pretty accurate, my guy. Yeah, I thought it went absolutely brilliant. I only seen damage on one vehicle one time the whole race, and that was Petrol with just some front aero damage. Not sure what happened there. We tried to get back, catch the replay. Couldn't quite get the replay of it, so not sure what happened. But the entire rest of the race, man.
Yeah, I think Petrol, I think Mew in the purple Supra was a bit unpredictable, and I think it was in the around 100R. He went to the back of it, and I went for the up, and then I went round him, and he had damage, which didn't help the top speed situation.
No, for sure. That definitely doesn't help when you get some front aero damage, especially for a racetrack like Fuji, where you had that super long straight. Now, and you're 100% right. That Mazda, you were gaining anywhere from a half a second to 0.8 of a second over Petrol on that straight. That car with just the straight muscle really showed the muscle of that car. It really impressive stuff.
Yeah, it was really quick. I think the only car on that grid that can actually rival the LM55 is the GTR 11 Nismo. The problem is, it just has it has way worse handling.
Ah, copy that. Yeah. Well, again, man, we don't want to keep you too awful long. Thanks for coming to join us in the comms booth, and congratulations again on your P1 here at round 1 of the WEC. First bit of multi-class commentary I've got to do on GT7, and it was brilliant, and you were a huge part of that. So again, congratulations, man. Awesome job. Taking it home the win for Team Rad. Love it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I noticed we were joined by Hair Razor there momentarily, but he has gone. Was going to get a bit of a word with him as well, just since he was here. Another absolutely fantastic Team Rad member and long-standing Team Rad member, as well as Superboy there. And chat, I got to tell you, Superboy up and coming for Team Rad. This young man has been racing absolutely brilliantly. If you didn't catch it, the Vegas Cup Series that we just recently finished, the main part of the series is over. We do still have an all-star race coming up. We'll drop you some dates and whatnot here in a future stream, near future stream. Let y'all know what's going on with that. But Superboy had started out in the Pro-Am division, was immediately after the first race bumped up into the Pro division, and then did an absolutely brilliant job with the pros, nearly coming away with the championship victory. And so Superboy for Team Rad, he's just been putting in some serious work, the time and effort to practice and whatnot. You can see it is just coming on strong for this young man, and a big thank you to one of our fearless leaders at Team Rad, Doug Barrow. He didn't like it when I say he's one of the leaders, but he is most certainly, and we definitely appreciate the time and the effort that Doug puts in to raising up these young folk, right, for Team Rad, letting them, pick his brain, and he's Team Rad UK coach through and through. He's been there the whole time helping our drivers, and so big shout out to Doug Barrow, and thank you, man. All right, chat, that is going to do it for round 1 at Fuji. First race of the WEC. Brilliant multi-class, multi-car racing. Congratulations again to each and every one of the drivers out there. You guys put on a great show. It was super good racing. You guys, the racing etiquette was top notch. You guys just nailed it. Absolutely brilliant stuff. And I just want to say thank you for that, man. That was definitely a spectacle to watch. I hope I did it justice with the commentary. I hope you all have an absolutely brilliant night, and God bless y'all. I love y'all. Until next time, y'all, we'll check you later. Be sure to hit that like on your way out if you haven't yet. Thank you all for your constant and continued support here at No Lander Gaming Channel. We appreciate and love y'all, each and every one. Until next time, y'all, we'll check you later. Take care now. Be sure to tune in for the next one.